was completed by the subcommittee, and I believe the committee this committee has seen it previously, and the subcommittee is recommending it to the committee. Is there any discussion on this document?
So there's been no changes to what you sent out yesterday, that's happening, right?
And this was done by, this is what the subcommittee came up with.
This is work that the subcommittee did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Any questions, discussion? Michelle?
I'd just like to say thank you to the committee for doing the work and getting it ready and making it so, reader friendly.
Could we have a motion then to approve this document? Second?
So moved by
By Don.
Don, seconded by Doug, thank you.
Duncan.
Duncan.
No, Duncan.
Duncan, okay, that the committee approved
Rezoning application community priorities scorecard.
community priorities scorecard. As distributed.
All in favor? Carried.
I have to leave for the next item,
Yes.
and says.
And Tim.
And it's not actually a conflict, but the conflict arises if we hear information other councillors haven't heard at the time when it comes to the kind of council decisions, so out of an abundance of caution, although it's being recorded, so theoretically all councillors could have access to this, but I think it would be better if we left it, and then, then you can text or email us when you're, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. The next agenda item is the Beach Towers rezoning application scorecard, which this committee completed and reviewed on September 15th, based on the September 14th revised rezoning application. I believe everyone on the committee has seen this document previously, as you all, I believe that this is more party to its creation. Any questions or discussion?
No, I like that, the note identifies that it should be considered with reference documents, so that's great.
It's good, Dean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the layout's good.
Okay. Do we have, would someone like to?
I'll make a
So
motion.
moved.
Yeah, I will.
Christine Ackerman to approve the rezoning application community priority scorecard for 1600 Beach Avenue and 1651 Harwood Street.
And Duncan seconds,
Yeah.
Duncan seconds.
so that would be, so it's not just the Beach Towers scorecard.
It
There's
is.
two addresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, maybe just for
It's
clarification.
the Beach Towers
It's the
application.
Beach Towers application.
Okay.
Because it includes the Harwood piece.
Yes.
Scorecard, rezoning application.
The rezoning application community priority scorecard for Beach Towers.
For Beach Towers, wonderful. That's distributed, okay, that's good. Okay.
So we have a motion and a seconder. All in favor? Carried.
Do you wanna text Andrea and or I guess I can, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The third item on the agenda.
Should we call back,
Yeah, I'm doing
Just
it.
wait till they come back here.
Yeah, it would be interesting to look at that.
I've got one already.
One, I might have updated it just a bit
Oh,
from
okay.
the feedback that I got
Oh, yeah?
today, this
Okay.
morning, so this one that I've just distributed is the most. We'll just wait for
Bye,
Councillor
sorry I meant to
Stevens
text you, but no, right
and
tomorrow,
Ryan.
so we're done. Excellent, bye. Oh, she was starting to ask me something. I didn't check it. Oh, we'll do that later? Okay. What's that?
You have lots of talent.
No. Thank you. Is it possible to get
So,
where it says education, maybe put in information?
let's go through.
Okay.
So we're on agenda item number 3.
Do you have a copy?
Yeah.
So this is work that was done as well by the subcommittee, which I believe the larger committee has all seen a version of this document. There have been a couple of changes made just to reflect feedback from the subcommittee over the last couple of days. Any comments to the document before we move forward?
Yeah, so 3B, item number 6, I'm wondering, instead of education, if we could have information? Read off.
So the item number 6, that's,
Community engagement and information on city initiatives instead of education?
information.
Information, yeah.
Okay.
And then just following up on that email I sent, do we need to mention the scorecard in here at all?
I added,
Just to embed it in there?
what would be some wording that was in there?
Yeah, the question is it even needed?
My understanding was the interim report, well, it's certainly some of the items to the scorecard process, so. The report to read it, but my understanding was you already made the recommendation to
use it?
But I'll.
As long as it's understandable.
Well, I mean, I'm wondering if in 3AI, or 1, if the last line that reads, and provide feedback based on priorities highlighted by the community through the developed scorecard would be appropriate. Or, for example, via the scorecard.
I would be surprised if it was in the interim report too, or just because I don't think we've developed it by now.
But we had talked about developing it. We said we were gonna develop it.
Doesn't hurt to add.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, it's a useful tool, and it should actually be adjusted and reflected upon after each one of the, like if there is an annual kind of community priorities survey, that needs to be, if there are changes in priorities, which there will be, that needs to be reflected in the scorecard. So it's gotta be organic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So is that not quite blind in your committee to what they should be doing? If the new committee chose to develop a different
Mhm.
system,
Sure.
analyzing the project with our scorecard, I think it's a bit indulgent of us to say this is how we're going to do it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
At this point, it is a recommendation.
Mhm.
Right.
So they could choose.
But they certainly would have the format of the initial
Yeah.
scorecard. And I think they would be discussing the scorecard.
Yeah.
But perhaps they devise a system that is superior to the
Different.
scorecard.
Yeah.
It's just because we spent so much time on it, it's a companion piece to the,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it certainly
it's
should
a
be,
companion piece to the survey, right?
Yeah.
it
So
should
you
be
don't wanna
part
lose
of the
it.
reference that they're going to go
Mhm.
through. I
Yeah.
don't think they can avoid it.
Well, and again, this is a recommendation, right? It's not a mandate, it's not a edict from
Right.
high, they're just recommendations.
Could we then, rather than reference the community priority scorecard, change it to priorities highlighted by the community through the interim report to Mayor Robinson, so that it just reflects that those are the priorities residents we're speaking to. But if a subsequent.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah,
Mr. Chair, could you clarify then the
So 3A1,
3A1, yes?
so we'll be adding at the end of that lovely sentence. Community as presented in the interim report to Mayor Robertson dated July 20th, 2011.
Yeah, that's good.
July
Yeah.
11th, 2011.
Ties it back.
Yeah. That's
So-
very clear.
Yes.
Yes.
So 3AI will then say, utilizing information received from the community, meet with developers as representatives of the community to comment on rezoning application proposals and provide feedback based on priorities highlighted by the community as presented in the interim report to Mayor Robertson dated July 11th, 2011.
July 20th.
July 20th,
Yes.
2011.
And then under, I think we've had another one quoted, 3B6, it has been changed to community engagement and information on city initiatives. So,
Yeah, she got that one.
Yeah.
Councillor Reiner.
I just had a question, just because I want to make sure if there's any questions from the mayor or council that I understand it. So the recommendation to do a permanent West End Community Advisory Committee, looking at how to phrase this question so it's the right one. I'm thinking of the West End planning process, which is imminent, and what your thoughts were about how this interacts with that planning process. Would it be a permanent
Yes.
committee before, during, or after? And if it's before or during, how would it interact with the planning process? Noting that there's a moratorium on most rezoning proposals, there's some provisions for institutional and social housing and sort of, you know, a massive opportunity to build social housing or St. Paul's or something came up, but there is some leeway for that, but you guys, you don't have to have thoughts on it, but if you do, it'd be good for me to pass this along.
For clarification, rezoning applications currently in process.
Right.
Stay in process, but there will be no new ones considered during the moratorium.
With the exception of exceptional opportunities, so,
Right.
sorry, my pre-election brain is a little fuzzy, but I do remember social housing and institutional heritage might have
Yes,
been.
that's right.
But it's essentially exceptional opportunities to preserve or get something that you might, you know, that window might close during the planning process. If I had internet access, I would bring it up.
Thoughts?
Seems to me that if it were to exist, that committee could, I mean, it's an advisory committee, right? So in terms of the planning process, it could be another group that the planning team meets with, right? I mean, they're mandated to meet with all the stakeholders in the community first, and they're going out to both the community engagement. So my suggestion would be that WEAC would be one of the stakeholders meeting with. Might be one way of doing it, but I'd hope that WEAC would be a group that follows that planning process and provides input into that planning process throughout the whole process, not just at the end. How that happens is not as clear to me.
And I think that the idea behind WEAC, like, it's not fleshed out how long people's terms will be and how people will be, you know, become members of that committee. So the idea that it's embedded anywhere, I think it's kind of like the idea of using the scorecard to be able to say it needs to be part of X or Y. I don't know that we can say that. I think what we're suggesting is that people of the West End want to be involved and want to be able to provide feedback when it comes to priorities in the community. And WEAC would be a great kind of device for that. But yeah, I guess that's as clear as mud, but I mean
So in the interim, if WEAC was formed in some form with the new council, considering that there are current rezoning applications that will continue to
Yeah.
go through the process, are we expecting that WEAC will act under its mandate to review those with the scorecard process? So although there may not be new ones coming through the pipe for a couple of years, would WEAC be reviewing
Isn't that what we're
applications
saying in,
first.
in
That's
AI?
exactly- yeah.
I think that's exactly what we're saying in AI, is that, you know, if there is a WEAC and we think that there would be value to it, that they would be taking on that number 2 piece in our priorities, or in our
Immediate.
mandate.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay,
Just so
that's
it's
helpful.
clear.
I just didn't wanna interpret that
Yeah.
piece.
Any questions, comments? Are there changes we need to make?
I move that we adopt the report or finalize it, however you want to word it.
Would be, that you do
Approve.
something and then recommend anyways, probably.
Okay, so incorporate the changes, finalize the document, and present to the mayor.
So is that the recommendations? referring to?
That's-
Yeah,
Yes,
the
so-
recommendations.
Okay. That the,
So,
Are we calling it our final report?
how it's been just called right now is recommendations to Mayor Gregor Robertson dated November 22nd, 2011. So, it wasn't necessary, we could change the title of it, it wasn't necessarily looked at as a report, but rather under number 3, we could make subsequent recommendations of which this one is. So it's simply recommendation.
Yeah. Although we've identified that we put in an interim
Interim
report,
report.
so I feel like since we're suggesting that WEMAC no longer exists, that a WEAC be formed, I wonder if this should be WEMAC's final report.
or final motion. Is that,
Like, I don't know.
Councillor Reimer, do you have any
Yeah, what-
Okay,
yes,
but I might
comments?
suggest what
Motion.
achieve what you're trying to do is that you approve the recommendations, that's the first part
Mhm.
of your thing, and as a final report to Mayor Robertson, forward the recommendations and the scorecard, which are the 2 things.
Yeah.
Is that fair? And then
Yep.
you've got your final report.
Yes.
Yeah.
So move that we approve the recommendations and along with the recommendations and the scorecard, present that to Mayor Robertson as our final report.
I'll second that.
All
so
in,
now that is,
Michelle.
Thank you.
all in favor? Carried.
So,
Yes.
Or council, it would be to council.
It's the
mayor's.
mayor's,
Mayor's.
it's the mayor's advisory.
And that was carried unanimously.
Yes.
Thank you.
so on the correspondence received from Randy Helton, I noticed there's some confusion about the term of WEMAC, so, sorry, if you, I should probably tell you what it says. Randy Helton is looking for, as new business on our agenda tonight, formally request that WEMAC hold a public meeting as soon as possible within a year in the West End. Well advertised in advance to describe its activities today, current status, and future prospects, I suggest that the format start with a presentation by WEMAC to the residents of the West End, followed by at least 1 hour of free discussion to allow adequate time for questions, answers, and comments. I further ask that receipt of my request be noted in the official minutes of today's meeting and that we discuss the topic on record. In case you don't receive this email before the meeting, I'll also try to get it delivered in person. So I did acknowledge that I had this, and I think I implied at least that I could bring it to the meeting, although Randy's aware that I'm not a voting member, so thank you for putting it on the agenda. I know the confusing part has been about what your term is. The procedural bylaws of the city, all mayors and council advisory committees expire with the term of office. So your term of office, as a WEMAC, expires on December 4th. I think it would be very difficult to pull together a meeting of the nature that Randy's, given staff capacity right now, with budgets and other things. I think it would be very difficult for the city to be that able to support the committee and holding a large meeting in the West End before December 4th. And you have no mandate to hold it after December 4th. So that's all the information I could find between 5:49 and now, but I guess if I had to recommend something, I would suggest perhaps forwarding it on to the mayor. I'm not sure what his intention is with regard to WEMAC, WEAC, or any of those things, but it's.
And just to be clear, is to dovetail what Councilor Ron was saying, all committees come to a close, not just this committee, all
Right.
committees as of December
All,
4th.
sorry, all council and mayors advisory advisory committees that continue on, but all those that advise council.
With the plan.
It's not that
Planning
you're
commission,
unique in that
Yeah,
regard.
yeah.
We're not special.
So given the time limitations, I mean, I don't necessarily think this is a bad idea, but
Yeah.
I do, given the time limitations, does it sound like we're gonna be able to do something like this? I do recognize also that almost all of our activities to date are in the interim report. That interim report very clearly defines what we've been doing, how we went about doing it, and what the results were. So, again, given time limitations, if we can't hold a meeting, we're gonna have to hold up that interim report as the really only way that we can do this, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say as well, I wonder, Andrew, if it would be possible to, yes, forward it to the mayor, so he knows that if there is another advisory committee, that this can be taken under advisement by them. But the other.
Except a new committee can't report on the new committee.
No, absolutely not, but I think they take it under advisement and interact whatever way that they choose. And maybe Randy will be on the committee, who knows? But I wonder as well if we can use some of the space at some point in the Courier or the West Ender to identify that the final report, whenever the mayor puts it up on the website, is available, and to remind people that the interim report is available as well.
That's a good suggestion.
Because like you said, everything is in the report in terms of our activities and time spent and that kind of thing, so.
Yeah, because I think there'll be value in having it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Yeah, I
but
agree,
some-
there would be
but,
value.
Well,
No, it's next week.
Yeah, I can't, I'm too busy.
yeah. Well, and I'm sure Randy didn't realize that it was next week either, right?
Well, and
He
that-
says within a year,
And
so.
that probably doesn't, with it, pulling it
Yeah.
off in a week isn't well advertised in advance.
No, no,
So,
no, yeah,
it doesn't serve the purpose
yeah,
of broad engagement.
no.
So, to be able to
What can we?
send this forward to the mayor and as advice, and do we need a motion?
I think so.
Well,
It got put on business, so.
Well, and I would include Michelle's recommendation about advertising the final report in that as well. And
Do you have a motion?
Yeah, so a motion that we, ensure that the email from Randy be forwarded to the mayor, as well as a suggestion that, if there is a WEAC form, that they receive this. And that we recommend, further advertising on, about the interim report and the final recommendation.
Can you
We get the
Just
last
one
half
second.
again.
So we gotta.
Talk
Come
about-
on!
The WEAC is formed, they address this, and that.
And that, the city be responsible for publicly advertising the interim report and final reports placement on the city's website.
Interim report,
And final recommendations report to the mayor?
final recommendations
Report, yeah,
report.
are, to the mayor,
The mayor, yeah,
are on the website,
on
yeah.
the city's website.
Yes.
yeah.
So not just to put them on the website, but to actually publicize and use some of the space in, local paper.
But
Local
those,
newspapers?
WEAC is
Yeah.
And local newspapers,
Yes.
anything else, city's website, local newspapers,
Oh, I think that's good,
okay.
that's my motion.
Do you have a second for that? All in favor?
Could we read it before we?
Do you wanna read it?
Yeah.
Do you wanna read it? Okay, we'll have a read.
Okay, that, the, West End Mayor's Advisory Committee, ensure that, the, email dated November the 22nd from Randall Help concerning a formal request, for a public, WEMAC in the West End be forwarded to the mayor, along with a suggestion that should a West End advisory committee form, they address this matter. And B, or actually it could be a further that the city be responsible for publicly advertising advertising the interim report and final recommendations report to the mayor on the city's website and in local newspapers.
The wording address this matter, I think that's maybe a little different.
Yeah,
Would it be just
for information, I think.
for reference or for consideration?
Okay, yeah, for consideration,
As
that's
opposed
good.
to suggested action.
For their consideration.
Mm-hmm,
Yes.
that's great.
Okay, clear? All in favor? Okay. I skipped over approval of the minutes from the June 23rd meeting, which was the first thing on the agenda.
And also, Mr. Chair, we may want to clarify the leaves of absence as well.
All right.
I move to adopt minutes.
Oh, I can second that. Oh, Duncan, no, go ahead.
He's done it twice. Ooh.
All in, it was Christine?
Yeah, Christine
And
and
did
Duncan.
you guys decide?
Like
Duncan.
the arm wrestling board, you got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great, so they can go up on the
Leave of
website, right?
absence. What do you need?
We need to vote on that.
That was for Sherry and Lena.
Lena, you just need a vote?
Marlene apparently had been approved at the previous
Yeah.
meeting.
So had Sherry, actually.
Sure, we had, if you still remember.
Yeah.
Oh, she did too,
Yeah.
pardon me, so then it's only Lena.
You
Yeah.
can vote.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that clarification.
We did- Yeah.
We did second.
June?
Yeah, we did second.
June
so-
was our last formal meeting. Is those the
Apparently-
minutes we approved?
She wasn't.
Let's
I don't
go back.
think we did.
Let's
We
go
did,
back.
you're right. We talked about it at our last meeting, but it wasn't.
But it
Let's
was a
go back
workshop.
to the minutes.
Okay, it was a
Can we get
workshop.
Can we get a vote
Just
on,
do them all.
can we get a vote on the minutes? On the
Call the question.
approval of the minutes? All in favor? Carried. Okay, leave of absence, let's just do them all, in case
Everybody
there's.
but Sheree.
Yeah,
Sheree's in
she's,
there.
yes,
So Marlene Cooper and Lena.
And Lena.
yeah.
Okay,
Does this,
For this meeting.
does this require a motion or just a?
no, it's
It's
just
for
a
information.
Okay,
Yeah.
as long as nobody complains.
Just curious, who was on our, officially listed on the list of people, because the president people coming and going, what's the official,
The three of us. Cross out.
There's 9 on the
one of
committee.
it was time of the
Mhm.
names?
Rob.
They, that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I guess I just wanted to say thanks. I know Mayor Robertson wished that he could be here tonight, to thank you all. I'm sure you'll all be getting some correspondence from him, thanking you for service. I know it has not been the easiest committee, this has required a lot of time and energy invested into it. It was a pilot for the council and mayor to understand how deep engagement might work a bit better. In my opinion, not that it's speed bumps and occasional challenges, but really an incredible process to see what 12 people can bring to the table when they, have the ability to get the information that they need and to be able to go deeply into it. And also losing Rob and Tony for work and life circumstances and breakups and strokes and all that. It is kind of like a day in the life of West End. I mean, hopefully not a day, but it has been really instructive about even as you're trying to deal with affordability and green space and vibrant commercial areas that everybody's got personal, everybody has a life, right? And that these things all sort of come together in ways that we have to be compassionate and try and think forward about how we can deal with that. Last thing I wanted to let you know, Charles Dobson, who some of you might remember from the very beginning of this
Yeah,
whole process,
yeah.
he advised us on good process and how to put good grassroots community process together. I've been in touch with him and asked him if he'd consider doing an exit interview with all of you to kind of look back at your experiences over the course of the year and a bit. So if you're up for that, I would love to put him in touch with you. He will also be talking to the people who resigned so that we get a, wholesome picture of it, or a full picture, sorry. Wholesome does not mean that I was using it for in that sentence. Things you learn in an election campaign. So, With that, thanks for chairing us, Dean.
Yeah,
Really appreciate it.
I'd like to thank Dean
Yeah.
for co-chair,
Absolutely.
especially picking up halfway through or however long it was.
Yeah,
Very good job.
yeah.
It was great. It was a good crowd to work with.
Well,
We wouldn't have had the opportunity if this committee hadn't been formed.
Well, and thanks also to Tim and Andrea
Yeah.
for being great advisors and helping us through this process, and also Kevin, who's not here.
Yeah.
It's good to.
And Michael.
record. Yeah, and Michael Gordon, yeah.
I'd just like to say that what's come back into my mind tonight is that very first meeting, if you recall, in the boardroom over a year ago, and many of us were strangers, and we sat down and began this amazing process that has gone now on for a year, and I think I just can't say enough about you folks. The work and dedication, the hours and hours that you've put into this has been exemplary. I mean, as far as municipal dedication and dedication to our beloved West End, which is the reason that all of us are here, has been absolutely incredible. And Dean, to watch you pick up the chair and stick handle this at times when it was very, very difficult, and there were a lot of pressures from different places. So I join with Andrea in my sincere thanks and appreciation for the work you put in.
You're now fully qualified to be city planner.
Yeah.
All right, and thanks, Tina.
So we need.
Thank you, everyone.
Adjourn the
Well
meeting.
done.
So I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll say.
It is.
We need to vote on that too. I don't know if we need to vote on
Unless there's no objection.
No objection.
No, it's not necessary unless, unless the committee feels it is, and that's something that we agreed to early on from the start of it.